NOLA Gent here on an adventure to the Far East of the French Quarter at Dian Xin. Fantastic Chinese food, yeah! Welcome to NOLA Gent. Let the good times roll. It was a beautiful day in New Orleans, so I decided to visit the French Quarter to eat some dinner. And I happened upon a place I haven't been in a while, and most tourists don't know about this spot. It's John Audubon's old studio. So this is an area and a place you might want to pay a visit to that not many tourists seem to know about and visit. So it's pretty easy to find. This is the old Spanish Street name, and then the current name is it's right off the intersection of Royal and Barrack Street. So it is on Barrack Street, and it's just literally right off of the intersection of Royal and Barrack. So it's pretty easy to find when you're in this area. So our restaurant review video today will be about a Chinese restaurant, Dian Xin, which is located in the New Orleans French Quarter at 1218 Decatur Street. So this is a pretty nice area with a lot of bars, restaurants right in the immediate area, and you're also really close to the French market. So in this episode of our restaurant review vlog, first we feast with me on some great New Orleans Chinese food as we enjoy this Chinese restaurant review video. In this Chinese food review video, we will enjoy dinner and find the answer to the New Orleans question of why eat Chinese food in the French Quarter, as we are also going to take a little more of a tour of the French Quarter. So Dian Xin is a great place to get some good New Orleans Chinese food, and it is a newer restaurant that has quickly become popular for their great food. It still gets busy here, so with the pandemic requirements of less capacity, you do need to make sure you visit at less popular times if you don't want to wait. So I've made it here at a perfect time, and it's a little bit after 4:30, so right before the dinner rush. Excellent timing. There's no wait, so I got right in. They have this nice little water fountain and fish. They definitely do not want you feeding the fish, though, so leave the fish alone. You can look, but no touch. So they have basically just one little tiny room in here, and they don't have that much seating here, so with the less than seating requirements of the pandemic, you really need to time it right to make sure you don't have to wait. Now this place has some really great Chinese food, and it is probably among some of the absolute best Chinese food in the New Orleans area currently. They really have some great items that you don't find in a very good frequency at some of the other spots in the area. So they do have some really great options here. So let's take a look at this menu. So they really do cram a whole lot of stuff onto this menu. And really one of the things they do excellent here are their baos and dumplings. So that is something that I often do like to get when I visit here, but I'll just let you read this menu on your own. And then on the other side of the menu, more great items. And they have a really good selection in their specials. And they also have a really excellent selection of hot teas here. So it really is a fantastic place to get a great meal. As this place is relatively new, as New Orleans restaurants go, I've only eaten here a handful of times, but everything I've had here has been good to extremely excellent. It was sunny but still cool outside, so I decided to get some golden buckwheat tea, and this is quite good. I do like this. All of the hot teas I've had here have been very nice. And most places in the city don't seem to serve the varieties of tea that they have here. And I have to say, I don't think I've seen this golden buckwheat tea anywhere else that I've ever been. And I like it. Buckwheat tea is good. It's always good to have a proper spot of tea when it's a little cool outside like it is this morning. So if you like a nice little cup of tea, go ahead and smash the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Next I got the steamed chicken bao, and they look amazing. These things are so fantastic. Look at all this steam coming off of them. That steam is just bringing an amazing aroma up to my nose, and it's just all combining together to really make me hungry, so let's dig on in. Wow, these are really big. It's not easy to pick these up with a chopstick and eat them. They are quite interesting things to work around and eat, so I'm going to do my best here, but they are very good at maintaining structural integrity. They stay together quite well, and the filling inside them is so delicious. There's a lot of flavors going on. So the little pillowy exterior with a delicious interior. It's definitely a great thing to try these bao. And they have quite a selection of different ones, so you can always try a new one every time you visit. And definitely, it's a great way to start your meal off. I am a fan of these. And there really are very few other places that offer any kind of a dumpling item like this in the area on a regular basis. Some places you can get them. There's only really 2 places in New Orleans that have dim sum. They're not even in New Orleans proper, they're in the suburbs actually. But we do have 2 places that do dim sum. They don't have an official dim sum here at Dian Xin, but they do have these dumplings all the time, so that's a little extra bonus. And these are very nice examples of them. I think these might be some of the best examples we have in the New Orleans area. It's definitely, I think, the best ones I've had. So if you know of a better place, comment below and let me know, because I think these are pretty darn good. And whoa, then I got the Szechuan beef, which is amazing looking. Oh my gosh. This stuff has such a fantastic scent coming off of it. It looks beautiful. I've never had this before. I've had the Szechuan chicken before, which up to now, the Szechuan chicken has been my favorite dish that I've gotten here so far. They really are not scared to spice it up, and I really enjoyed the Szechuan chicken before. And just from the scent alone, I can tell I'm not going to be disappointed by the Szechuan beef. Although I would say the Szechuan chicken seemed to have a lot more meat in it, but the beef is still pretty darn fantastic looking. So let's dig in here and see how it tastes. Whoa, it tastes better than it smells, and that's amazing. Wow, this is really delicious. Flavor is so good in this. I'm getting some hints of ginger in here that really are complementing all the other hot peppery spices inside of it. The whole combination of flavors here is just really making for something that is one of the best dishes I've had maybe ever in the annals of my Chinese food eating. The food is just perfect for me right now. My sinuses are completely opened up. The cool weather outside definitely has completely left my mind as this food has gotten my temperature raised up. I'm feeling warm all over from the wonderful spices in here. Perfect dish for the day. Some fantastic spice in here. So good. so good and spicy. It just it's really clearing my sinuses. A lot of ginger in here too. Go ahead and smash that subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up, and I'd really appreciate it, as it does help me with the YouTube algorithm. Every bite is so good. Chock full of good flavors. Shouldn't eat it all, but it's so good. That was an amazing meal. It's definitely the best thing I've ever eaten here. Oh, what a wonderful flavor. The total was $26.88 before tip, and it was well worth it. So, I've eaten many other things here I've really enjoyed. This is the basil chicken appetizer, and then we have the beef noodle soup that is also a really great flavor to it. And then here we have chicken kale dumplings that are another amazing thing to start your meal off with. And there's some really good hot and sour soup that they also make here. A little Mongolian beef is also pretty darn tasty. And then they have a good seafood noodle soup right here that I've also tried and liked a lot. And then the Szechuan chicken definitely is something to always get. And then here we have a white grape oolong tea that's also pretty fantastic. And then their matcha chocolate lava cake dessert, which is the main dessert they have here. So after dinner, we're going to take a little walk around the quarter in the area. Here's the amazing Cafe Amelie, which is on Royal Street. They have a fantastic courtyard area for dining. I actually haven't been here in several years, but I am going to do a video for all of you out there at some point. Comment below and let me know what you think about this place. And then directly across the street from Cafe Amelie is the Cornstalk Fence Hotel, which, if you want to know why it's got that name, look at the fence in front. It has a cornstalk fence. This is a really great little smaller hotel to stay at, and a nice location that would be very convenient to many things in the area, so I would advise you to check that place out. Then here we are in Jackson Square with St. Louis Cathedral right there in front of us, and then the President Jackson Monument right here. Here we are, going down the notorious Pirates Alley. So I'm on the left-hand side, or uptown side, of the St. Louis Cathedral here, going down the legendary Pirates Alley, where it's rumored that Jean Lafitte the pirate would often smuggle things and sneak through these little passageways here. That legend is disputed, but it's still a fun legend, and it's still called Pirates Alley here. And they do have a Pirates Festival where a lot of pirates will be running about, sneaking around in here, and they even have a pirate bar right here in the alley. So, this is Tony Seville's Pirates Alley Cafe, which I've actually never eaten or drank here. If you want me to do that for a review video, comment below. So as we look around, it looks like a pretty cool place to go to, actually. We will maybe look into going there in the future. As we look around in here, it's got a pretty interesting interior. And they do have some absinthe specials, so you definitely could get in a little trouble here. And then their selection of some tropical looking drinks. So definitely an interesting little spot to sneak off to here in Pirates Alley. And then right next door to it is the Faulkner House. Now I have quite a history with Faulkner. I did used to live right next to Faulkner's grave in Oxford, Mississippi. And the Faulkner House Books is right here. And apparently William Faulkner wrote his first book right here. So there's a lot of good history in this area that I'm connected to in a certain frame of reference. I mean, I remember as a child walking up and down this alleyway many times, so I guess I've got a lifelong connection to both this place and William Faulkner at multiple levels. And it is a nice little bookstore here. They even have a William Faulkner Book Festival that goes on. So it's definitely a nice little spot to check out. It is definitely a good literary selection, and they do have all the works of William Faulkner. Just FYI, my favorite book is Absalom, Absalom of all of Faulkner's works, so you can check that out. I'll actually put a link below in my Amazon links list, so you can maybe purchase that. I will get a small little commission off of that. That won't cost you anything extra, so that can help support the NOLA Gent Channel. Now, as we're coming down the alleyway here, there's a few more little businesses you can stop in and shop at. These are, looks like more lingerie type stores that I don't think they've got anything I need to look at, but other people might be interested in some of the things they have in there. Now, here we are at the end of it, and now we're looking back towards Jackson Square down the Pirates Alley. I seem to recall there used to be a sign that said Pirates Alley that I don't see anymore. We did get a lot of signs stolen during Hurricane Katrina, so maybe it disappeared then, if it was there. And here we are looking back towards Canal Street and the Central Business District with quite a few tourists walking down in the area. Now, we're in Central City on the way back home out of the quarter. This is an old restaurant that's been closed since Katrina. I used to work a couple blocks away, and I would always stand in line here at the famous Ugglesitches, which was a very popular place before they closed after Katrina. And they just never came back and reopened after Katrina. Now, the Ugglesitches are still around. They still do catering. They live in Memphis, Tennessee now. They sometimes will come back in town and do some events down in New Orleans. They also have an amazing cookbook that I also have listed below on my Amazon book list. So check that out. I will get a small little commission out of that. This was an iconic and legendary neighborhood restaurant in New Orleans, and as we say around here, it ain't there no more, unfortunately. So you definitely want to check out that recipe book and tune in next time for more good food, good times, and good people.
Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. And if you would just click on the little circle here with a picture of my head in there and subscribe to the NOLA Gent channel, it would really help me a lot. I really appreciate it. Thank you.